everyone. Welcome to the Collegewise Virtual College Fair. We have a great lineup of institutions for you to hear from this evening. Welcome to the Collegewise Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much for joining us. I just have a couple housekeeping announcements to get started with tonight. First of all, we know that you have lots of great questions, so make sure you use that Q&A button at the bottom of your screen to type your questions to our panelists at any time. I would encourage you to direct the question to a particular college and put that college name in your question so they know who you're directing your question to, and that helps them respond appropriately. This is a webinar, so your camera and your microphone are turned off. The panelists cannot see or hear you. That's why it's important to use that Q&A feature. And this is just one of the many sessions that's happening tonight, so feel free to sign up for additional sessions this evening. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week for on-demand playback at that same website where you registered. So again, please use that Q&A feature at the bottom of your screen. Make sure you are typing the college name that you are asking the question of so that they know who you are directing your question to and they can answer that appropriately. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our panelists. First up, you're going to get to hear from Rochester Institute of Technology.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Mariah McLean-Giardino. I'm Associate Director of Admissions at Rochester Institute of Technology, or RIT. So in our very short time together, just going to give you a brief overview of RIT and the opportunities that we have available. RIT's campus is in Rochester, New York. We're home to about 16,600 students who are coming to us from about 50 states and 90 different countries. So we have about 2,600 international students and 2,000 students identifying as African American, Latin American, and Native American. RIT is also home to the National Technical Institute for the Deaf, or NTID, which is a program for about 1,000 students who are deaf or hard of hearing. Even though we are considered a larger private school, the average class size is just about 22 students and the student to faculty ratio is 13:1. Also important to know that all RIT classes are faculty taught. So graduate and teaching assistants are there to assist the professors, but they won't be teaching new material. So we're home to about 9 academic colleges. We offer close to 90 majors, kind of a mix of Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Fine Arts degrees. So you'll see here on this slide, everything from the traditional STEM disciplines like engineering, science, computer science, game design, health sciences available, and then some non-STEM options like visual arts, like art, design, film and animation, photography, and even a couple of hidden gems like liberal arts and business. We also have about 100 minors available, and you can take those across each of our academic colleges. Want to share with you opportunities for experiential learning, which is really a focus of learning by doing and an important part of RIT's education style. So experiential learning can take forms like research, study abroad, clinical rotations, and internships. But we at RIT are really best known for our cooperative education program, or co-op for short. So if you haven't heard of the term co-op before, just think of it like a form of internship. So sometimes internships are part-time and unpaid, but co-ops will always be full-time paid work experiences. RIT has one of the largest co-op programs in the world with over 3,400 employment partners. 80% of the majors at RIT require co-op, and even for the programs that don't, we still encourage co-op assignments. Something to know about our co-op program: you're not taking classes and you're not paying tuition, so the money that you're earning from your employer is yours to keep. Gives you a couple of nice benefits like networking with professionals in your field before you graduate, great chance to add to your professional resume, and it's really common for RIT students to get job offers from their co-op employers. As far as campus life, there's plenty to do at RIT. Right now, we've got about 300 active clubs available, everything from academic, religious, social justice, community service, environmental, and multicultural clubs. We also host about 1,300 student-run events each year. Students can also join Greek life, and we have about 10% of our students involved in sororities or fraternities. We do have athletic programs, 22 intercollegiate teams for men and women at the Division III level. And then we also have Division I men and women's ice hockey. So for students who like to participate in sports, but not necessarily at the varsity level, we have lots of club or intramural and recreational activities available. About a third of our students will typically participate in those activities at RIT. We also have performing arts. So about 1,000 students each year will participate in performing arts groups like theater, dance, and various music ensembles. Students from outside the Rochester area are required to live in the residence halls. We are located in the Rochester metro area. That's going to be the third largest city in New York. The RIT campus itself is going to be a very safe suburban community. We're in the town of Henrietta, and that's about 6 miles away from downtown. So you'll see here on this slide that there's lots to do in Rochester and the surrounding area during all 4 of our seasons, including things like festivals, concerts, minor league sporting events, and theatrical productions. And then students are living on campus in the residence halls. Like I said, students within 30 miles of campus are welcome to live at home and commute if they would like. We are a residential campus community, so most students will live on campus in either suite style living or apartment style living. When we review applications as an admissions committee, it is a holistic review process. So we're looking at things like your academic record as the most important thing. We have gone to SAT, ACT optional going forward. So you can send us self-reported test scores and select that you do want your test scores considered, or you can choose that you don't plan on submitting test scores. So if you apply test optional, you'll still receive full admission and scholarship consideration. Other things we're considering in our admission review: recommendation letters, your essay, extracurricular involvement, and an art portfolio for any students applying to the schools of art, design, or film and animation. We don't require an admissions interview, but we certainly do offer them if you would like to do a virtual interview with us. As far as need-based aid and financial aid and merit-based scholarships, we have need-based aid where you have to fill out the FAFSA. So for families that qualify, typically it's a combination of grants, loans, and work study. We'll automatically consider you for various merit-based scholarships, and the scholarships are renewable every year that you're on campus, as long as you remain in good academic standing. So just to wrap up, here's my contact information and ways to connect with RIT in the future. You're welcome to sign up on the admissions website for virtual sessions, student-led interactive tours, virtual open houses, and then we are also open for in-person campus tours if you would like. So thanks so much for your time today, and I welcome you to contact me with any questions.
Thank you so much, Mariah and RIT. Next up, you have the opportunity to hear from Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute.
Thank you. Thank you so much. My name is Ulysses De Armas. I'm Associate Director of Undergraduate Admissions at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. I am also the Director of Underrepresented Recruitment at RPI. Rensselaer is located in the Capital District of New York State, or the Tri-Cities. That's Albany, Schenectady, and Troy. We are the oldest technological research university in the United States. We're really proud of the tradition that we have of solid STEM education. We're a university of 5 very interdisciplinary schools where everything really intersects with one another. So even though every student will have a specific major, their curriculum will be open as such, so it will allow them the opportunity to really go and explore a lot of the different options that we have. Engineering is our largest school, and our School of Management or Business is the smallest of the 5 schools that we have at Rensselaer. We have a wide range of different humanities, from the more traditional as far as economics, philosophy, and psychology, as well as some more interdisciplinary programs such as cognitive science and our games and simulation arts and sciences major. Research is very integral to the education at Rensselaer, as well as having a very immersive hands-on experience, so that research is available as early as the second semester freshman year. Students are encouraged to go and speak to professors sooner rather than later if they are interested in getting involved in some type of a research project. They should be approaching professors who are doing research in areas of interest and see how they can actually get involved in one of those labs. Our ARCH program is really meant to be able to give the student an opportunity to take a full semester and possibly a summer and go and do something off campus of their choosing. So in order to do that, the summer after sophomore year, the students will remain on campus. They'll take their first semester junior year courses so that one of the next 2 semesters, they can go and take that full semester and possibly the summer to go and do something, whether it's a co-op, whether it is an outside research project. They can go travel, they can go do some type of a community service opportunity. Whatever it is that they are interested in, they now have the opportunity to do that, and they haven't fallen behind in their studies. Over 210 clubs and activities for the students to choose from. Social, academic, we do have Greek life, so we have 24 fraternities and 4 sororities. So less than 30% of the students are involved in Greek life. So it's a part of who we are and part of our campus, but it's not an overwhelming thing that takes over our campus. 23 varsity sports, 21 of them are Division III. Our only 2 Division I sports are men's and women's ice hockey. We also have religious organizations, professional organizations that have chapters on our campus, music groups, ensembles, as well as singing and chorus groups as well. We do take the Common Application Coalition, and Rensselaer has its own application, which is called the Candidate's Choice application. We do not have a preference for which application you choose. That's up to you. And then, as you can see, we have several different ways that you can apply. We have 2 early decision programs as well as early action, and we also have a regular decision. In terms of financial aid, we have both merit as well as need-based aid. 100% of domestic students will get some form of merit aid as part of their package. There's no extra application in order to get merit aid. Your application to the university will take the place of your application for merit aid. If you are looking for need-based aid, then the financial aid department really does require that families fill out both the FAFSA as well as the CSS profile. Both of those are located on our university website. And as always, please follow us on social media, specifically our Instagram page, where we have student, faculty, and staff takeovers. You'll get to spend a day with a student as they're going through their classes and their different activities. You can ask them direct questions as well. You can also go to our YouTube channel where we have several tons of webinars and student panels. If you want to find out more information as to things that you may have missed already, please drop on by to our YouTube channel and check us out. Why not change the world is our institute motto. I'll drop my email address in the chat box at some point so that you all have it. As far as that goes, I'm all done. Thank you very much. Thanks for listening and for being with us this evening.
Thank you, Ulysses and RPI. Next up, you have the opportunity to hear from Union College, and don't forget to put those questions in the question and answer feature.
Okay, so we are now bringing you across the Capital District into Schenectady. Schenectady is a small city, about 65,000 people, and we're just about 20 minutes away from my friends over at Rensselaer, and certainly hockey opponents and competitors, both in men's and women's. Union is was the first school founded or got chartered in the state of New York. So we were founded in 1795. We are a liberal arts college that also offers ABET accredited engineering programs. So we are one of probably 15 small liberal arts colleges that have that mixture of the STEM and the liberal arts, and that is the base at Union. About 50% of our students do major in something in a STEM field, a math, science, or engineering. About 50% of our students will major in something in the humanities, the social sciences, or the arts. What is really special about Union is when you're applying to the college, you are applying to Union and not into a specific academic program. So all students have an opportunity to come into Union and explore many different academic programs, take courses and fulfill Common Core curriculum, and maybe discover something that they had never considered studying in college before. About 80% of our students are pursuing more than one academic discipline. So that means that students are having the opportunity to double major, to major with minor or a double minor, to select one of our interdisciplinary programs such as biomedical engineering, neuroscience, Asian studies, or Latin American studies, or women and gender studies. So these are programs that are pulling courses from a number of different areas. We have one senior intern this year, and he is a double major, double minor. Double majoring in history and political science, and double minoring in Spanish and economics. So certainly is pulling courses from so many different disciplines, but really connecting everything that he wants to take. Most students at Union will have until the end of their sophomore year to declare their major. The only students who do need to declare their major earlier are those students who are majoring in engineering, and that's simply because of the courses that they have to fit in their 4 years. They will determine or declare their major after having an opportunity to take an introduction to engineering course in that first year, which will help them to decide, is it mechanical, electrical, computer, or biomedical engineering that they want to focus on? At Union, we run on a trimester calendar, so we have 3 10-week terms. Students are typically just taking 3 classes per term, which students love because it really allows you to concentrate and focus on just 3 subjects, and have time outside of the classroom to take advantage of a number of immersive experiences that I'll talk about in just a second. At Union, we're a small school, so you really connect with your faculty. We are just an undergraduate college, so all of your classes are taught by our faculty. We do not have any graduate assistants or teaching assistants. The student to faculty ratio is 10-1, and our average class size for introductory classes is 21 students, and upper level classes average 14 students. So it's the type of environment that you need to be engaged in the academic setting. Professors are going to want to know your perspective and your opinion, and they will call upon you in order to have you add to the discussion in all of the classes. I mentioned a couple of immersive experiences, and these are things that a number of our students take advantage of. So 80% of our students are going to conduct original research or create creative projects during their 4 years. One of the most exciting days at Union is STIMET Symposium, which happens in May of every year, and we typically have about 500 students presenting their research on STIMET's Day. And this is research with students who have worked in a lab of a professor, maybe co-authored a paper with a professor. These are students who are directing one-act plays in the theater department. These are students who are researching organic gardening in France, having been on a study abroad program to France and studied it while she was there. 60% of our students do study abroad at some point, and I want to emphasize that these are programs open to students from all academic programs. About 80% of our engineering students will study abroad, either a full term abroad or a mini term abroad. And so students from the sciences, students from the social sciences and humanities all have these opportunities. Many of these study abroad programs are actually run and hosted by union faculty members, so another great way to make that connection with your faculty members. And like a couple of my other colleagues have mentioned, we value the students' opportunity to participate in internships or have those job experiences prior to graduation. And 85% of our students will participate in at least one internship. Our Becker Career Center is a wonderfully welcoming office, and they start working with students as early as their first year to help them to complement what they're doing in the classroom outside of the classroom with some of these internships. Some of the internships and job opportunities are available in the local area, but we have students who are doing these internships throughout the country and throughout the world. At Union, you will have a strong sense of community. We have about 130 student organizations and clubs. We have Division III athletics and Division I men's and women's ice hockey. You'll see that trend in the schools that you're seeing here tonight. We are preparing our students for multiple tomorrows. With 97% of our students within 6 months of graduation being able to either go on to a job, go to graduate school, or doing some other very fantastic things. And I just want to mention, we do meet 100% of the demonstrated financial need of students who are admitted to Union. We do also offer merit scholarships, and all students are considered for those. And we have 3 different application plans: early action, early decision, and regular decision, with obviously a couple of those deadlines coming up in the just next week. My email address is at the bottom, and I do hope that you will look at our other virtual experiences that would allow you to learn more about Union. So thanks very much.
Thank you, Susan and Union College. Wow, we've already heard from so many great schools, and we still have several to go. Don't forget to put those questions in the chat. Next up, you're going to get to hear from Hartwick College. And here we go.
Hi there. Thank you, Courtney. Hi, everyone. My name is Shayna Popo, and I am a Senior Assistant Director at Hartwick College, and I'm also an alumni. I actually graduated from Hartwick College in 2017. I majored in the business administration, and I focused in marketing, as well as I had minored in our biology. So I was a little bit of across our campus. I'm more than happy to also share with you, as long as I can remember, share properly. So Hartwick College is a small liberal arts college located in Oneonta, New York. We foster a home for 1,200 students, and they come from various states across the country, as well as about 22 countries worldwide. Our faculty to student ratio is 10-1, as well as we do have over 35 academic majors, but with our incredible program that's called Flight Path, our academics really are kind of unlimited for all of our students. Wherever they want to go, wherever they want to be, we can really help get them there. Through our application process, you can find us right on the Common Application, or you can find our own application at hartwick.edu, and both of them are free to apply, as well as we are completely test optional for all majors this year. We are completely rolling admissions, but we do have early decision as well as early action. The early action and early decision deadline are by November 1st, so they are kind of coming up soon. So with that being said, I am going to play my video, and then I'll kind of continue right after.
Hartwick College has a vibrant campus community that fosters belonging. With our distinctive offer Flight Path, you'll receive a dedicated guidance team, future-focused education, personal mentorship, and immersive career opportunities.
This is your Flight Path. It's a new approach designed just for you. At Hartwick College, your education includes everything. It's where friends become family, clubs become communities, games are filled with true blue spirit. Campus becomes a second home, and college creates lifelong memories. It's your journey that we'll take together. where every milestone builds towards your success. Let's begin. We'll start by learning more about you, because this is an experience made for you. You'll discover your natural strengths and what energizes you, so that you can explore majors, make connections, and tap into what's happening on campus. As a Hawk, you'll benefit from a personal guidance team that works with you to manage it all, including a success coach, a career coach, a faculty advisor, and an alumni mentor who will help you every step of the way. You'll take a seminar that'll help you set goals and understand your flight path. Next, you'll gain critical 21st century skills, 4 weeks at a time. Finally, you'll get to know your classmates even better by collaborating in special group projects both on and off campus. You'll learn what it takes to grow in your career and how to network during a 2-day professional conference. You'll make meaningful connections right here, right now, with alumni that work all over the country, finding mentors, landing internships, and taking full advantage of the Hawk Alumni Network. Every opportunity expands on what you've learned about yourself and your options. You'll have work experiences from clinicals and student teaching to research, always finding new ways to set yourself up for what's next. All throughout your time at Hartwick, you'll find yourself at home, in the heart of long-standing traditions, lasting friendships, and everything college is meant to be. You'll become more confident in yourself, more equipped for an ever-changing world, and you'll capture it all in a digital resume, so that you can show the world exactly what you're made of. Every step of your flight path builds towards your success. Your first year defines your path and builds a strong foundation. Your second year helps you become more professional and career ready. Your third year gives you real-world work experience. And in your final year, you'll reflect on what you've learned throughout all of your experiences and what that means for your future in a distinctive senior capstone. When you graduate, you'll be ready, and together with every Hawk beside you and the network of Hawks around the world, you'll be ready to soar.
And that is our beautiful campus. So also with Hartwick College, as you can kind of see, our campus is 425 acres. 100 of that acres is an environmental campus called Pine Lake, which is an additional option students have to actually live. On that campus, you have the option to live in our 1-floor residential hall or in our customized, fully furnished cabins. They range from singles all the way up to quadruplets, and everything surfaces around our entire lake, and it's absolutely beautiful. So that's just one of our awesome and very special features that we don't really get to showcase in the video, but you are more than welcome to see that video again, as well as more videos and more things that can explain our flight path and the way that our campus kind of more so revolves around our students more than anything, right at hartwick.edu. So thank you guys so much for your time today, and that's what I have for Hartwick.
Thank you so much, Shayna and Hartwick College. Next up, you're going to get the opportunity to hear from Binghamton University.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today. Just going to take a quick second to share my screen. Awesome. So this is giving you a nice snapshot of Binghamton University. And Binghamton University is about 14,000 undergraduate students. With our graduate population, we have about 17,000. So a nice mid-sized institution, a little on the bigger side, but kind of that right fit. We'll talk a little bit more about how we kind of break that kind of big size campus into kind of that smaller college feel in just a second. We are an R1 research institution, so all of your faculty members are doing research in their field and bringing those discoveries inside the classroom. Plenty of opportunities for you to do your own research as well. We are part of the SUNY system, the State University of New York system. So there are 64 SUNY campuses, and we do have some nice benefits being part of that system, including study abroad, which I'll talk about in just a second. Before I leave this picture, this kind of gives you a nice idea of what our environment is like around campus, with the rolling hills in the background and our nice city lights with the city of Binghamton and our other local areas. This map will give you a better idea of where we are in the Northeast. We're right on the border of Pennsylvania and New York, and we're really close to a lot of other metro areas. We're nicely centrally located in the Northeast, perfect for exploring the Northeast, but also for making those connections in those areas, such as New York City, Boston, Philly, even in Canada, perfect for internship prospects and career aspects. Many of our students love to really take advantage of exploring and making those connections in the Northeast. So here's just a really brief snapshot of our different schools that we have here at Binghamton and the academics within them. So starting with our Hartford College of Arts and Sciences, this is our largest college, so you'll find a lot of our offerings in here. Everything from science, history, theater, arts, languages, environmental sciences, all kinds of different things in here. It's perfect for students who have no idea what they want to study, or if you have a lot of different interests. We also have our College of Community and Public Affairs. So this is for students who want to work with people. So you'll find our Human Development program as well as our Social Work program in here. We also have our Decker College of Nursing and Health Sciences, brand new nursing building opening up in the spring, right next to our pharmacy school as well. So we have nursing there with a lot of opportunities to do clinicals in the area and surrounding areas. Our Thomas J. Watson College of Engineering and Applied Science, you'll find biomedical, mechanical, industrial, computer and electrical engineering and computer science. And then we do have our pharmacy school, like I said, located right next to our nursing school. Some really nice pathways to go right there from the prerequisites in Harper into pharmacy. And then we do have our School of Management, our business school. In that, you'll find business administration and accounting. Underneath business administration, you'll find finance, entrepreneurship, management. We do have some accelerated degrees as well. So you can get your bachelor's and your master's in 5 years instead of 6. Save some time, save some money. We do have a pathway for education as well as pre-law, pre-med, and pre-health. I know that's a lot all at once, but that'll give you a nice brief snapshot of our schools. So we do have our Binghamton Impact. This is a lot of different things we think are really valuable for our students to really enrich your experience here at Binghamton. As I said, we are a research institution, so we have a lot of opportunities for students to do research, both with our 2 very special first-year research immersion programs for students, as well as our undergraduate research center and just working with their professors. We do have our internships. You can work really closely with our Career Center to find opportunities for you to do that, both for credit and for paid. We do have service learning. Students are in the field, in our schools and hospitals, giving back and still getting that hands-on experience. And being part of that SUNY system, we do have a really nice benefit with our study abroad because we have over 1,000 different options to offer you for programs. So lots of opportunities there. So some fun things, our student life. We have a lot going on with over 450 different clubs and organizations, all student run. So you can be in a leadership position and create your own club, possibly. We do have Division I athletics, as well as a lot of different club and intramural sports. So you can either play for our Bearcats or cheer on our Bearcats. That's our mascot. We do have a lot of different performances, as well as our art museums and things right on campus. And we do have our rec spaces for group fitness classes, workout equipment, and a lot of other resources to help support our students. A really big part of our community is the way we house our students. So instead of standalone dorm buildings, you'll find the Oxford style of living. They're like little neighborhoods. We have 5 different residential communities and our apartment communities. In each one, you'll find 4 to 5 different buildings. Some are closer together, some are farther apart. They all have different styles, personalities, traditions. So it really makes for a really fun and unique living experience at Binghamton. So just to give you an idea of kind of a little bit more about where we're located, we do have our city of Binghamton about 3 miles from campus, and we are a suburban campus. So we do have our nature preserve right in our backyard, about 200 acres with a 6-acre pond, lots of trails, lots of research going on. And our students love to get involved in the community, from food festivals, athletic competitions, restaurants, theaters, a lot is going on. So just take a quick minute to take a snapshot or write some of this down, including my contact information. You can find other ways to visit us virtually, from live chats to one-on-one appointments and live info sessions. Thank you so much. I hope to talk to you soon.
Thank you so much, Christiana and Binghamton University. Our final presentation tonight will be from the University of Vermont.
All right, hi everybody. My name is Candace Duckworth. I'm the Regional Associate Director of Admissions here at the University of Vermont. I actually am based in Pennsylvania. I'm not up in Burlington, and I work with all of the students in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware, but I'm happy to be a resource for any student who would ever have a question about the University of Vermont. So let me get my screen shared here. And I know I always feel like I'm racing against the clock when we do these kinds of programs. So let me give you a little snapshot about the university. We are the University of Vermont. We were founded in 1791. We're actually the 5th oldest college in New England. We are a medium-sized research-based university. We have 10,000, just about 10,000 undergraduate students, but you might notice there that the ratio of our in-state to out-of-state students is a little unusual for a state school. Vermont is a small state, so actually 73% of our students do come from outside the state of Vermont, and our student body is comprised of students from 47 states and 67 countries. We do offer over 100 different majors, and we have more than 40 different accelerated master's degree programs as well. We're organized into 7 different academic colleges, which you see listed there: College of Agricultural and Life Sciences, the College of Arts and Sciences, which is our largest, Education and Social Services, Engineering and Mathematical Sciences, Nursing and Health Sciences, and then our Grossman School of Business and Rubenstein School of Environment and Natural Resources. When you do apply to UVM, we ask for your first choice and second choice major, and if you're undecided, that's okay too. We do have options for students to apply as undecided to these colleges, with the exception of the College of Nursing or the School of Business. Here is just a little bit of a snapshot of some things to highlight. I don't have time to read them all, but we are a Division I for our athletic program, so go Catamounts. We have more than 200 different clubs and organizations for students to join, including Greek life, a lot of outdoor recreational opportunities as well. So a little bit of everything for you to get involved with. For students, we have some great brand new facilities on campus, including our STEM complex, which has some really great labs and collaborative spaces for students to work. And we do also have a hospital on campus. The University of Vermont Medical Center and our medical school are located there. So it's a really great opportunity to take advantage of that resource if you're interested in pre-med or nursing or healthcare, anything in that field. Right. No matter what it is you're studying, you're definitely going to want to do some sort of experiential learning while you're in your college experience. We have so many different opportunities. Last year, we had over 10,000 internships go through our Career Center. You can see a list there of some of the recent internships our students have done, both in and around Vermont, but also across the country and across the globe. But experiential learning is not just limited to internships. You also have research opportunities, service learning, study abroad, right? All these different types of things that you're getting outside of the classroom. For research in the sciences, we definitely, like I said, have our STEM complex, the hospitals there. We have 40% of our students engaging in research with our faculty. The university also manages 14 different natural sites in and around our area, whether that's a research vessel down on Lake Champlain called the Melisira, or a field station on the top of Mount Mansfield, which is Vermont's highest peak. There's a lot of opportunities to get out and explore. And then for study abroad, we do have typically over 500 study abroad opportunities in more than 70 different countries. So really a whole variety to choose from, depending on the academic program that you're in, where you want to go, maybe if you speak a foreign language, how long you want to go away, so many different things to choose from, but you'll be able to work with the Office of International Education to plan out the perfect trip for you. At the University of Vermont, we do require that you live on campus for at least 2 years. And we have all of our students organized into different residential learning communities. We think that this transition helps with you coming into college, that you're living with folks who have a common interest to you, and you're able to start kind of creating your home away from home. So you can see here the list of the different topics. They're really broad. Hopefully there'd be at least one that would apply to you, that you would be interested in. And that's the great part, is that you get to pick students. You would rank your preferences on your housing application. So we don't assign you, you get to kind of tell us what you'd like to live in. And wellness environment's always really popular. I think outdoor experience was really popular this year, but this is a really great model that we love to have at UVM. Our UVM community is also dedicated to supporting and celebrating the unique identities of all of our students, faculty, and staff. But really at our foundation, we have what we call our common ground. And that's the list of values that you see there that everyone in our community pledges to uphold throughout everything that we do in all aspects of campus life at UVM. So respect, integrity, innovation, openness, justice, and responsibility, you'll really find throughout your entire college experience at the University of Vermont. Also, tying into this is diversity, equity, and inclusion that we have both, like I said, all aspects of campus life. So socially as well as academically. We have our different campus identity centers where students can really engage and learn and explore what these identities might mean to them. And then all students are required to take different general education courses that you see listed there. So all students will take diversity, sustainability, quantitative reasoning, as well as foundational writing and information literacy. And we really think that these are core competencies for students to become both lifelong learners as well as responsible citizens. And last but not least, I'll talk a little bit about our admissions profile. We are on the Common App as well as the Coalition app. We offer early action, which has a November 1st deadline just coming up here around the corner. We also have regular decision, which is January 15th. We also do a holistic application review, meaning we're taking into consideration all of those different parts of your application in our review. So definitely your academic background, and then also your unique story and who you are and what makes you you. We are test optional for fall of 2021 applicants. So it's really up to you. If you have test scores and you think that they'll supplement your application, you're welcome to submit them, but no student has to. So it's really up to you. We do automatically consider all students for merit scholarship and an invitation to join our honors college. So there's no additional work that you would have to do for that. Last quick little snapshot. This is my contact information. Anyone is welcome to reach out to me, and I will encourage you to engage with us at our virtual visit page, uvm.edu/visit, since we are closed to external visitors on our campus at this time. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Candace and the University of Vermont. I'm now going to invite our panelists to turn back on their cameras. And since I didn't see any questions in the chat, give them an opportunity to share something additional about their institution. So whether that be a fun fact, a campus tradition, just something maybe that they didn't get to chat about during their presentation. So we'll go in the order that you presented originally, and we'll start with RIT.
Thank you so much, Courtney. I didn't really talk about study abroad, so just wanted to mention that in addition to RIT satellite campuses overseas in Croatia, Dubai, Kosovo, and China, we also have partner university relationships in about 55 different countries. You could do a faculty-led trip in the break between semesters or over the summer, and about 10% of the students at RIT will participate in some sort of study abroad. So I just wanted to make sure you knew all about that.
Awesome. We'll move to our PI.
Thank you very much, Courtney. I didn't get to mention our great computing options at Rensselaer, specifically our computer and systems engineering, our computer science program, and then our very interdisciplinary program of information technology and web science, where the students get to choose a specific area of concentration while finishing up their degree.
Awesome. Next up, Union College.
So I'm just trying to tell you a little about a tradition at Union that started a couple of years ago, and I think it highlights the sense of community. So we have something that takes place in late February at the end of our winter term called the Dutchman Dip, which is basically a water slide. And it is a fundraiser for people in the Union community who have been touched somehow by cancer, or someone in their family has been touched by cancer. And just to give you an idea of the strength of this project, last year they raised about $50,000 in the Dutchman Dip, and even our president took a dip in the freezing cold waters in upstate New York in February.
What a great fun way to raise money for an awesome cause. Next up, Hartwick College.
One thing that I can definitely mention that I forgot to is that we are Division III for our sports. We have 19 teams for men and women. And that even though we are located in upstate New York, we are only 30 minutes from the Baseball Hall of Fame, as well as we are across the street from SUNY Oneonta. So even though we are a rural city, we are very lively, and not just during the school year, but all year round, definitely.
Awesome, thank you. Next up, Binghamton University.
Wanted to mention two more things. One that's pretty big for applicants. We are test optional this year for all of our majors, and we do have an early action deadline and a regular decision deadline. The other thing I did mention our research opportunities a little bit, but our first year opportunities is our first year research immersion program, FRI, and the SOURCE project. FRI is mostly STEM based and the SOURCE project is humanities based. So that's an invitation only program for our students. Let me know if you're interested. It's a really great opportunity to do research as soon as you walk through the door.
And finally, University of Vermont.
Yeah, I feel like the 6x6 format, I always forget to talk about just how awesome Burlington is. So it's a really awesome city. We are the largest city in the state of Vermont, but I always feel like it has that small town feel. You really get to know everybody. It definitely has a good college town vibe, whether you're, grabbing a cup of coffee or a bite to eat at one of the 100 different restaurants, cafes, or bistros that we have. There's concerts and 15 different music and theater venues, but lots of public parks, just so many great opportunities for our students to take advantage of when they're not in class.
To wrap things up, I'd like to just give a piece of advice to our audience that these are all awesome professionals that work in college admissions because they love working with students. So please don't hesitate to reach out to them to get your questions answered. Don't rely on College Confidential or what your brother's, sister's, best friend told you about the admissions requirements. They have heard all of the questions. None of them are silly or none of them shouldn't be asked. So make sure you reach out to these folks. They love when you do. With that being said, thank you so much for joining us tonight. When you close out, you'll get a link to a very quick 4-question survey. So we hope that you'll provide us some feedback. Again, there's more sessions tonight, so feel free to sign up for more. And the recording of this session and all the sessions happening this week will be available within 1 week. Thank you so much and good luck with that college search process. Good night, everyone.